Beijing is a booming capital city and an international metropolis, but from the eyes of people who live here, the capital's Chinese residents are easily divided into two camps: native Beijingers and outsiders. The divisions can be traced according to household registration status, income, or many other factors, but however you slice it, there is always a divide between natives and what are known as Beipiao, Beijing floaters. The title applies to anyone who comes to the capital for work and the shot at a better future. Beipiao make up a huge group, numbering over 6 million and making up 35% of the city as of 2010. They're a diverse bunch that includes migrant workers, recent college grads, and white-collar workers. But one thing that the vast majority of them have in common is that they don't own a home in the city. With property prices ballooning in the last 7 years, most Beijing floaters find the dream of home ownership in the city slipping further away. Native Beijingers, whether rich or poor, almost invariably own property in the city, while Beipiao are exiled to a seemingly permanent renter status. In today's Money Matters, we'll be looking at Beijing floaters' struggles with housing purchase restrictions and especially high rents. Since 2009, it hasn't just been high housing prices that drive Beipiao to rent. Nearly 4 years ago, Beijing implemented restrictions on real estate purchases designed to cool an overheated housing market. Among the policies was a Beijing restriction on non-locals purchasing Beijing homes. Beipiao must present proof of 5 consecutive years of Social Security payments before purchasing a home. 5 years would be an extremely short time for ordinary workers to be able to purchase a home anyway. With the restriction, even wealthy transplants to the city are prevented from owning a home. The result is that Beipiao of all stripes are condemned to perpetual renter status. To make matters worse, rental prices have been rising and growing much faster each year. According to data from BA Consulting, average monthly rental prices on an apartment were $395 in 2010, representing 11.5% growth from 2009. Between 2010 and 2011, rents climbed by 17.5%, and in the following year they'd climbed another 22%. By the end of 2012, average rental prices hit $574 per month, showing a nearly 50% increase in just 2 years. Rental prices obviously vary across the city, but in recent years, these sky-high prices have spread far beyond the ritziest neighborhoods. Now, even an upper-middle-class neighborhood like Zhongguancun in the northwest has seen prices rise as high as $950 for a one-bedroom apartment. That number represents a 42% increase in just the past year. Those massive leaps have far outstripped increases in wages for Beijingers. According to data from the Beijing Municipal Bureau, the average annual income in the city is just under $9,000. With an average monthly salary of $750, a Beipiao renting an apartment would have to dedicate 77% of their salary to paying rent on an average apartment. That rough approximation was backed up by a survey done by China National Radio, which showed rent to take up 50 to 70% of the income for Beijing floaters. Don't go away, because up next we'll look at how Beipiao are coping with the mismatch between their salary and rent. Stay tuned for that.